I've been a game developer for over 1.5 years now, and if you watch my videos, you will probably notice that I'm not very good at building. That's exactly why I'm going to be attempting to level up my skills by learning Blender in only 24 hours. Now you might as well wonder what's Blender. Well, I got your back. Blender's features include 3D modeling, UV mapping. Oh, okay, that's enough. So basically, Blender is a 3D modeling software. With this out of the way, I only have to find a way to actually install it. Well, I suppose now we just download it. Alright, so when it is installed, let's check it out. And yeah, cube. So I started by messing around with the basic Blender hotkeys and the base buttons alongside with the camera movement. But now it's actually time to make something with Blender. So I'll make a couple of low poly assets to get started, since that's what I want to use Blender for. Because this was my first attempt, I'll look for some tutorials. So after watching a part of this tutorial from gamedevelopment on YouTube, I managed to make a basic low poly tree. So anyway, here's how I made a low poly tree. First, I added a cylinder which will represent a trunk. I scaled down its number of vertices to give it that low poly look. After this, I made the cylinder a bit smaller and decreased its height by a little amount. I also made it thinner in the middle. And finally, I added some cones to represent the leaves. I wanted to try to go ahead and make a model by myself. I decided to make a wooden fence. The model itself was pretty easy to create, but now I have to also make the wooden fence actually look like it was made from wood, by adding little cuts on the edges, of course. You see what I mean? I did this by using the knife tool, and yeah, that's not what I intended to do. Anyway, I managed to get this result, which I think is a significant improvement. But now it's time to see if I've learned some of the basic fundamentals of Blender. This means that I'll have to make a low poly forest using only 3D models I made in Blender in only 1 hour. And if I fail, then I have to do one of those things on the spinning wheel. So let's get started. Alright, so first of all I had to come up with a plan, so I opened Paint and started drawing the layout of the map. The idea I had in mind was to have a tent in the middle of a forest with a campfire near it and mushrooms, which I think will be a very cool build. But we have to hurry up since it took like 3 minutes to do that whole thing and explain it to you guys. Alright, so first of all I started modeling some of the things for the environment, such as some rocks and trees since I wanted to have some variation. I also made the mushroom model. This took around 20 minutes and I imported all the models in robloxstudio. Now we can see we've got some basic foundation. Now for the final part I have to model a campfire and a tent. I started with the campfire, which was basically just some logs and a circle. I even gave it a nice particle effect when I imported it in robloxstudio. After this, I've obviously made the tent. This build turned out to be pretty easy, so I've imported it in robloxstudio. And well, now what can I say? It's time to get building. So without further ado, here's what I came up with. It's pretty horrible compared to other standards, but I think I've done an okay job for 1 hour. Also, I finished this with only 12 minutes left on the clock.